What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of EVE Online. And this is, I guess, episode 2, maybe 3? I forget which. Because we had like the announcement episode, and then we had like a couple episodes where I had to dick around with stuff. So I'm not sure where we are in episode. I'll figure it out when I get on YouTube, okay? But anyways, we are in Jeddah. We have found a corporation. I did want to give them a bit of a shout out. As soon as I can figure out how to open up the damn channels. There we go. The Panion, and I feel terrible for fucking up their name, but there's a lot of consonants in there, and anybody who's watched my channel for a long time, the more consonants you throw into your name, the less likely I am to pronounce it. So it's the Panion, or Panion? Domain? And I keep wanting to call it Domain. I don't know why, but these guys are the head English-speaking faction warfare corporation. So, looking at the way things look right now, as soon as it'll load, we're kicking the shit out of Galente. Now, Galente, apparently up until a couple months ago, was whooping the hell out of everybody else, which blows my mind. But either way, Galente is the boss. I've done some research recently, and I injected quite a few. I went a little bit crazy with the injections. That stuff is addicting, man. You got to be careful with that shit. You start injecting too much, and you're gonna go broke really, really, really quickly. But anyways, I did some injections. I got some. I basically got to where I can fly destroyers and frigates capped out. Now, only my tier, of course. But TDK Trader, she was the alpha to Omega Tune back in 2017. So she definitely was not well put together. So she was mainly an industrial tune. I think that's what we mainly. Well, that and exploration. What is going on in my windows? Jesus Christ! All right, so we're up to 22 million skill points. We've got. I believe it was Astromet. God, I really wish you could separate some of these windows sometimes. It wasn't navigation. I think it's scanning its own. There it is, scanning. Yeah. Maxed out my scanning stuff because we were doing a lot of that. I believe if we go to science, I think that's where cloaking is. No. Is it engineering? Cloaking. Okay, it doesn't tell me where it's under, which is kind of a bummer, but I put some into cloaking. We were going to mainly do exploration with this ship. I am still planning on flying a Stratios around and fucking things up, but my gun skills were terrible, so I had to bump these up a bit. Specifically, I don't think that's in here. I think it's under engineering, advanced weapon upgrades. Yeah, this. Oof. Oof. I had to get all that stuff. I still don't have thermodynamics. Well, I guess I do. I guess you come with that now? That's weird. I didn't touch this, I didn't think, but I had to basically beef up all of my fitting skills. Your power grids, your not thermodynamics, your weapons upgrades, advanced weapon upgrades, all of that stuff to get to where you can fit ships like this. Not exactly, a top, well, I don't know if it's a top tier fit or not, but it's not a bad fit by any means, but you just can't fit all these things in here without some good fitting skills. So I don't remember how many. I'll go ahead and show you my shame. Let's see. We want to see market transactions. We just want to see buying, and we want to see large skill. There we go. And hello. There we go. So yeah, this is. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 times 400,000, which is 3.6 million. All right. Yeah. So jumped us up quite a bit. I don't know what 3.6 million skill points is. I guess, will this tell me how many skill points I make per minute? I'm pretty sure it will somewhere. Is it right here? You would think, yeah, you would think it would tell you somewhere, but, and I'm pretty sure it does, maybe just not in here, but anyways. So I burned some cash, which is fine. That's what it's there for. And I wanted to get this character done without having to dick around too much with just garbage fits, because okay, well, we're only gonna be able to fit 3 lasers on here until I go through a month of training. So it's one of the nice things about having the money that I do is I can shorten the span of some of this stuff. And there's a big argument about whether that's good or bad for EvE. Personally, I like it because obviously it allows me to get further progressed in the game than I would normally, but at the same time it's kind of a bummer. So because it devalues actual skill points to an extent. So people with like 500 million skill points, that's not as awesome as it used to be, because now you can kind of progress if you are good at industry or whatnot. And the thing about EvE is much like in real life, that at a certain point in time, once you've earned enough money, making more money becomes very easy. And I have some ridiculous ideas. We may start a new series once, depending on how these things go, called, I don't know, Breaking EvE, or money blinged out craziness, where we spend ridiculous amounts of money to make money. Some of that stuff I'll have to be very careful with because it will require assets on the field. But I have a couple ideas that I think are going to just be just like mind-bogglingly insane. So we'll see. But we're not there yet. So today in Faction Warfare, what we're going to do is we're going to get to the deployment location, which is Azakai. Now, Tama and Latura are 2 really bad systems for gate camps. So we're going to try and avoid those. There is a strong chance that this ship will not make it in. Before we do that, I want to do this real quick. And there's not a clone bay here, is there? No. Clone bay is at the other one. Is this where all the stuff is? I'm always curious, because there's 2 JITA 4-4s, and I, for whatever reason, can never get them right. And I think for whatever reason, I might be at the wrong one. I don't know if it even really matters, honestly. Yeah, there's not going to be a Rorqual here because you can't buy it. Battle cruisers, we'll just pick something at random. Absolution. Okay, well, I guess it is at this place. All right, cool. That's fine. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to buy 10 of these before I leave. Buy all. And I would not recommend ever doing this, but I'm doing it because, again, I have a large amount of money and I don't really care, and it saves me a lot of time. If you're smart, especially with some of this stuff, you can see the percentages. Actually, I don't think I can bring myself to do this, especially with a 35% upgrade. What you can do is you can just like select 10 of these and it will buy 10 fits for you, which is really nice. But again, the problem you're running into is you've got stuff like this where you're going to be paying through the nose. So I think if we lose this ship, I'll just come back and do it. So fuck it. That's fine. All right. Well, one of the other interesting things about having faction warfare set up is we can be shot anywhere. So it's quite possible I may undock and get fragged. So here we go, boys. Here we go. And keep in mind, I haven't shot something in EvE in ever. Well, no, that's not true. I haven't shot things in EvE since like 2010, 2012. Well, sorry, 2012, 2013. Now I have about 5 seconds of immunity out here. We want to do get the fuck out and click here and go.
Warp drive active.
And we are in a destroyer, which is going to align and warp very quickly. I say as it takes 4 seconds. There we go. And we're up. So we should be good as long as we don't bump into anything that hello, there we go. We should be good as long as we don't bump into anything that just nails us immediately. So I don't, and again, some of my, what do PvP here? Again, this is going to show some of my lack of knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out so I can get a little bit more of a view. I don't know if you can deploy, I don't think you can deploy drag bubbles in lowsec, but I know you can do Hicks, I believe. All right, we're going to look here. Now, at the moment, we're all in, I'm 100% in high sec. So the only people who are going to be shooting at me at the moment would be people who are wanting to, or people who are in faction warfare, and they'd have to have a faction warfare gate camp set up. And I don't think we're going to have one of those running at the moment. At least not in high sec. It wouldn't make any sense. And most of the people, from my understanding, at least from what I've talked to the guys, they are going to be camping the other gates. So that's going to be Tama and Latura. And I may be fucking up those names, but those are the two bigger gate camps that people do. We are actually going kind of the long way around. And because we're going the long way around, we're going to have a little bit more travel time, but we should be a little bit safer. And the only thing that's really going to probably be able to catch us is, you know, a hick that just happens to be in the right place, or a really fast destroyer or something like that. So, and you know, if we get caught, we get caught. It's 14 million. Meh, who cares, right? All right, we've got about 5 or 6 more jumps, I think, before we hit lowsec. Yeah, and I think from Jitta, it's normally a 9 system jump. So if you don't mind going through Tama or Latura, then you can get there a little bit quicker. But you know, if you're a pansy like me and want to be safe and all that, then sorry, I'm scratching something off the center of my monitor. It's bugging me. There's like a little piece of, I don't know. My monitor probably is disgusting. I need to clean it. Something terrible. Okay, so somebody help me out here. Okay. When you clean things like really nice glasses or like your VR lenses, things like that, you want to use a microfiche or whatever they're called, cloth that's like really soft and won't scratch it. I had somebody tell me you want to do the same thing with monitors for your TV, or not for your TV, but for your computer. I've never actually used. I've always used like paper towel, like warm water and stuff like that. So not like a brace. We have really soft paper towels. There are some paper towels that you can like substitute for like grit sandpaper. We have soft ones. So, but it kind of made me nervous, and I just touched my monitor and it's grody beyond belief. And now that I've pointed it out, I'm seeing all the stars floating in the sky that are not actually stars, but actually just, you know, God only knows what on my monitor. Ew, I have to clean it now. So let me know in the comment section below. Is do you clean your monitor with paper towels and things like that, or do you use like really soft special thingies? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know for. Maybe for a TV. Like, I could think maybe for some TVs you'd want to be careful how you clean it, but I just don't think those are the type of... I think the material's more forgiving on those. Because, like, if I touch my monitor, it's almost got this, like, hard plastic film for a cover. So, to me, it seems like that's going to be a very durable plastic film. Whereas, you know, some of the other stuff is going to be really, really delicate... glass, so to speak. Okay, we are jumping into Jarrus, which is 0.6. Our next jump is a 0.5, which is still safe. And then we're going into Milken. And that's where things might pop off. Now, we've got 2 different types of lasers here. I'm currently using Scorch because it gives me a range of 18 to 15K, which is going to allow me to keep people at a bit of a distance, you know. I don't have anything that's going to keep people in the field. I've got a buddy that I'm going to play with when I'm not running with the Corp that's going to play the tackler. He'll tackle, and then I'll basically hopefully fuck things up. But with this setup, if I can web, I'm just going to basically want to get out of the range. Is that an afterburner or an MWD? It's an afterburner. Oof. Yeah, that puts us at... Oof. All right, here we go.
Warp drive active.
We going in, boys. We going in. We may have our first death here. I will try not to stress too much. That's one of the things about EvE is like when you get into a fight, you're risking everything that you've got, right? 100%. All of your stuff. And when that is all of your money, that means a whole lot. At the moment, I'm kind of in a unique position where I have a large amount of cash. So 14 million to me is not much. You know, I could throw 100 of these, you know, what, 10 is 140 million, 100 would be 1.4 billion. I could throw 100 of these down the drain and it wouldn't hurt me. So I'm hoping that by flying cheaper ships, I won't be as nervous. I'm not seeing anything on this side that is going to be letting them know that I'm coming. So that's good. There's hoping there's no big gate camp on the other side. Oh my god, take forever. Okay, I don't see anything.
Drive active.
We're good. If you are leaving. Yeah, that's a ruined space station, which is kind of weird. I've never seen that before. I saw it when I came in, or when I left. I basically made a jump clone in Jeddah with my 5, or is it 4? I don't know if it was a 4 or a 5 implant set. Definitely want to store your implants before you come out and do something like this, because your chances of getting potted are, you know, raise astronomically anytime you're doing PvP. Alright, we're 4 out. No gate camp, no gate camp, no gate camp. Alright, still good. Still good.
Warp drive active.
Man Jonico. Here we come. Now, my buddy's corp timer drops today at 6. We're going to try and get him into the corp tonight or tomorrow. And then we're going to try and run some corp ops with the corp this week. You are going to get 3 Alpha to Omega episodes this week, but Faction Warfare, you may only get 1. At least till the weekend, because the weekend's my main recording time. It was a nice 3-day weekend this week. I was able to just kind of chill and enjoy myself and get some actual recording done, but unfortunately during the week, it's kind of hit and miss. All right, we're going to Mashikagi. We may actually make it, boys. Now, lowsec is dangerous, but it's not as dangerous as some people think. There's a lot of space, and, you know, like I just did, if you avoid the main entrances that a lot of people use, you can cut down on the risk. The faster the ship you fly, the better. So, you know, a destroyer, I've got a very quick warp time, so most of the time I'm going to be able to get out of the way of people, and even a gate camp may not be able to lock me down before I get through. Okay, no gate camp here. Wow, shit, all right.
Drive active.
We made it, boys. Unless there's one in Asakai. I keep wanting to call that Azasaki, but as long as there's not one in Asakai, we ought to be fine. If somebody wants to correct me on the correct pronunciation for this, let me know. Now, this is not going to be counting as the contest yet, because we're going to be running through... I'm probably going to blow this ship up before I do it. We want to make sure that the setup that we're using is functional and that we're happy with it. I may go through a couple more fits. Again, if you guys have fits that you would like to recommend me run, please post those in the... We're going to go here to the Asaki command. Please post those in the comments section. If I end up using your fit, then I will happily give you some kind of credit. Maybe even reward you with a month of EvE, depending on where we're at. So, if there's a good fit that you like, that you think will work well for me, post it in the comment section below. Once we have our fit set and we know what we're doing, then we're going to decide if we're doing 20 or 50 of those runs. And then once we decide that, we are going to have a contest where you guys will be able to say, all right, I think you're going to make 30 or 10 kills, 5 kills, 1 kill in those ships. The person who is closest to that will get a month of EvE. Sorry, my dog's chewing and stuff. Person who's closest to guessing will get a month of EvE. So, and I may do 2 drawings where basically if you were a member to the channel, maybe you'd get 2. I don't know. I want to be fair, and I'm trying to come up with all the contests I can come up with so I can hand out some months of EvE. But I think that's two months of EvE right there that we can give. So those are your chances to win. Feel free to enter in the comment section below. If you want to join up and be a member and help support all this, you can slap that join button. That'll get you into the the secret club where we're gonna have extra bonus deals and such that'll give you other chances to win a month of EVE. But I think that's a good run for today. We managed to get here without death. This is going to be our staging system. And I love the fact that you can click this and view outside. This is awesome. So this, good God, dude, look at this thing. Does this thing not look like some duct tape garbage? I mean, it literally looks like multiple deck plates were just glued together. That is definitely a Minmatar love trash heap right there. For sure. For sure. Anyways, folks, if you like this video, please slap that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.